So when I told y'all Candace Owens was getting paid to run one of the largest smear campaigns against Kamala Harris, I was crazy, right? But now she's trying to backtrack and blame it on Christianity as to why she no longer supports Trump. It's not Christianity that's got her concerned. It's the fact that they're not paying her anymore, and she thought that her husband in proximity to whiteness and slandering Kamala Harris was gonna get her on the up and up with Trump. Promised her a seat just like they promised everyone else a seat, but guess who didn't get one? Because they're still a black woman. I don't know why you thought you were the exception. You were not the exception, you were the rule. Forget, you were posting 12 videos a day during the election talking about Kamala Harris and why no one should vote for her. Let's play the video.
But I want to say this, like, quite seriously. 4 years ago, in 2020, I had no kids. It's an incredible thing to think about. I had 0 children, and now I have 3 children. And I'm so serious when I say that I was so concerned about Kamala winning that my husband and I were having serious discussions about what will happen, what can we do, what is our option. And I know that we're not the only family that truly thought about where will we go if
you want to get on here and cry baby tears and say no one told you that Trump was going to be like this. He was never like this. Everybody told you. And you were going to college campuses with Charlie Kirk debating feminists and black women, calling them wrong and saying they had equal privilege as a white man. They paid you for a job. You did that job. But see, just like everybody else that the Trump administration took that job from that they were offered during the election, you're not going to get that seat that you wanted. You're not getting the seat in the administration that you thought you were going to get. No black person ever was, especially not a black woman. And now you're trying to go back to your other blogging page to try to rekindle some of that money you were making during the election. Not happening, Candace. We know who you are.
Well, let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is juicy, y'all. I don't even know where to start from. But first things first, before I even introduce myself, y'all let me know. Are you forgiving Candace Owens or not? Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Candace. If you're new here, hi, welcome. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, like, comment, and share. Let me know what you think in the comment section. We are talking about MAGA influencers, and Candace Owens just happens to be one of them. A very strong black one. And now she is living MAGA. And black people do not want to be forgiving.
This is just one of the many reasons why I never feel sorry for Candace Owens.
Why would I see myself in George Floyd? What person goes, I really see myself in this drug addict and this person that's been arrested and faced jail stints 9 times? Why am I forced to see myself because, we have a similar melanin complexion?
It tells you what they think of you, though.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they feel that's representative.
Well, and his name is now forever synonymous with justice. According to
Candace has sat on these platforms for years and years and years and years and years and bash people that look like her. She is not focused on equality at all. She is focused on controversy.
Understand this. There's not a lot of things I call on the black community for, right? Don't y'all let Candace Owens rebrand herself. I don't give a shit. I don't care. She does not fall into the category of the rest of the black women. Don't let Candace Owens do this again, because when Candace wants to pander to that group of people again, she will damn sure throw the black community under the bus like she always has. And stop letting Candace throw a few black facts in front of your face so you can simply say, oh, wow, she's spitting facts. She's not spitting facts. Because anytime she needs a leg up or a boost, she only runs to one community. She does not run to the community that she panders to. When they fired her off them networks, when she was struggling in her career, when she was facing racial discrimination, she went to one group of people. And simply because we seen a black woman, folks supported her. I never supported her, but folks supported her. And now she's trying to say she does no longer support Trump. Okay, cool. And she said, oh, how she didn't see it and how X, Y, and Z. No. Let her sit with her tribe. Let her, she's good in MAGA. Leave her there.
Listen, Candace, I don't know what you said, but I know that I said months ago when you got fired from Ben Shapiro's spot. I said months ago when you showed up over there on The Breakfast Club and over there on Joe Budden's podcast. I said months ago that you were trying to rebrand. Remember when you posted that picture of you standing in the hood looking like a black girl? I said then that you were going to try to rebrand. And here we are. Everybody is calling you out on it. They're saying that you are trying to turn your back on Donald Trump and the Republican Party. That Candace, girl, what did you say? Somebody, please send me something.
My take on what I think is happening with Candace Owens.
In my opinions, obviously, if you guys are listening to the show, I have the same perspectives on BLM, the Me Too movement. I've broadened those opinions. Vaccines haven't changed, same person. So I'm wondering, where exactly did the pivot occur? And I'm thinking about it. I'm open to the idea of it. And like I said, I did do Howie Mandel's show.
So in her recent YouTube video, she does address the fact that obviously everyone is taking a hit at her, talking about how she's jumping ship, she's changing sides, or she's changing her perspective.
I've definitely changed. I think my positions have not moved, but I'm completely done. I mean, totally and completely done with the left versus right game in politics, because it is now just so abundantly obvious that there is something much more sinister that is happening. When we elect politicians, they're on a platform, they say this, they perform, they promise us, this is going to be the mandate, I'm going to clean up DC. And then we send them to DC and something happens.
I have never seen Candace Owens give 100% support of Israel or Elon Musk. Let's remember that when she was a part of the Daily Wire, right after the episode that she had with a rabbi disagreeing with him when it comes to Israel and the Jews, she was let go. And then also remember that she was at a rally in, I think, London when she was a part of Turning Point USA, and she made some comments about Hitler that were displeasing to Turning Point USA, and a lot of the members sent letters for her resignation, which she ended up resigning. So she has always shown a lack of support when it comes to Israel and the Jews, and it's been, kind of prevalent in every single organization she's been a part of, as you can see. And when it comes to Elon Musk, I don't understand her sentiment against him, other than the fact that he has multiple wives, etc. I mean, I don't even know if he's a Christian man. I've always seen her content in contradiction to Elon Musk, and it's because she doesn't understand his morals. From what I can see, I don't know for sure, but I've never seen her pivot from those specific stances. When I saw her content on celebrity culture, it did look like she had a rebrand, or maybe not even a rebrand, just a little bit of a pivot to kind of maybe stay more relevant. I don't know. I mean, most creators just do things so that we can have views, and she's still within her arena of investigation. However, it's just less on the political stance and more on the celebrity culture. So it does kind of look like a little shift did take place, even though she claims she did not. Overall, I don't see a major difference in her stances. She's still conservative. She's still a Catholic. And, her content still kind of portrays her desire to do investigative commentary. And so, I mean, other than that, I really don't see where you guys are getting at.
Ain't no way Candace Owens is trying to come. What is happening right now? I just want to apologize in advance. I don't know what my dog is going through right now. I just want to speak on behalf of the national black girls who have been bullied by other black girls and chose not to become Candace Owens. We do not accept her back into the black community. I felt like when I first heard about Candace Owens, I could see like part of myself in her, because I knew before all of her photos of her in elementary school or junior high were released that she's probably bullied by black people. Like, she has the classic traits of someone who hates themselves because she was made fun of. Now, when you're bullied by people that look like you because you don't talk like them and you also don't look like them, it can be really confusing to be a black person and to be told that you're not black because of how you talk or because of how you look, or to just be bullied for whatever reason. I think Candace Owens was bullied for all of them. Have y'all seen that picture? Google it if you haven't. Like, Candace Owens yearbook pictures. Not everyone chooses to take the path that she took. Candace Owens is basically like a black face for what white people want to say, and we've been knowing this. I actually read an article the other day that said that, and I was like, did I write this article? Because I've been saying that forever. But she's confused. So we all know Candace is confused, but she has too much money to not have had enough therapy now to figure out her identity crisis. And just because you have an identity crisis doesn't mean that you have to start being derogatory to a whole community just because you were probably bullied by a tiny percentage of it. And you know what? Be mad at your mom for sending you to school like that, honestly. All that to say, she got fired by the Daily Wire, and ever since then, she's had to look at herself because, you know, they're getting rid of them. That's what cults do. Also, by the way, when you're no longer of use to them, they get rid of you and they don't even look back. And so she's no longer of use to them. So now she has to find a way to be relevant again. And she wants to have some kind of rebrand. There's zero returning from being a MAGA. She's not welcome. We're not here for the rebrand. Stay where you were.
Is Candace Owens doing a rebrand, or did she just admit that she was wrong? Because I've been seeing so many people say, oh, she's rebranding. And it's just like, I don't get that energy. Like, a lot of conservatives have come on social media and said, I was wrong for voting for Trump. He's not keeping the promises I thought he was going to uphold, even though he told them exactly what he was going to do. But at the end of the day, they're still conservative at heart. Even though they no longer support Trump, those crazy values are still there, right? It's just Trump, at the end of the day, he's not a Republican. He's not a conservative. He just chose that party because they're idiots and they were easy to sway. All you got to do is say you're pro-life and they're all on board. All you got to say is we need to get rid of immigrants and they're all on board. They're very easily manipulated. They're very easy to pull, like, and that's what he did, you know. And so I don't think Candace Owens is actually doing a rebrand, you know, to try to, you know, she's not changing her thought process. She's still a conservative. She still believes all the same things that she believed prior to Trump destroying the country, but she just doesn't support him anymore. And I know that none of us are gonna fall for the shenanigans. A broken clock is right twice a day, okay? She has said things in the past that I'm like, okay, yeah, that's true, but a lot of other people have said the same thing that aren't as problematic as you, so I will never give you credit for anything. I won't even give you credit for admitting that you were wrong, because you should have never been wrong in the first place.